On one summer day in the year 2014, one of my friends called me to tell me that he saw Transformers Age of Extinction. And he told me, "Oh my god, Transformers Age of Extinction was awesome!" Well, Michael Bay sure doesn't fool me. Like the previous three installments, Transformers Age of Extinction is directed by Michael Bay. And even though I consider Dark of the Moon to be a guilty pleasure of mine, this film isn't. Although I will say there is a huge plus with Age of Extinction, and that is no more Shia LaBeouf. He is not coming back. And let's hope it stays that way. Instead of Shia LaBeouf, the main lead is played by Mark Wahlberg. And I'm not even saying he's a bad actor or anything, but I'm going to be honest, he's had better roles than this one. And I can't really say his acting was average in this film. He's just misdirected. Like, there really isn't anything special with Mark Wahlberg in Transformers Age of Extinction. But, in comparison to Shia LaBeouf, he is a lot more tolerable than having to sit through Shia LaBeouf saying, no, 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 no! It's, hey, Mark Wahlberg doesn't do that in this film. But I can't really say the same thing for his character, though. I'm going to sound like a broken record again because I have been using this phrase many times in my previous reviews whenever I talk about Transformers. And I have to say it again. The Transformers franchise was never known for good storytelling at all. The storytelling quality was often average. The film series have obviously pale in comparison to the original cartoon. The character writing almost feels non-existent. In fact, I really hate the humor in this movie. Granted, it doesn't have tasteless adult jokes, but it also has the stereotypical, overprotective dad jokes. And this film has those jokes bleeding all over for the majority of the film. Mark Wahlberg's character, Kate Yeager, below average. His daughter, all she is eye candy. And she's the third female lead to be eye candy in the whole entire film series. And let's not forget Tessa's boyfriend. He's a joke. He's not even funny. Shame on you, Michael Bay. And then there's Lockdown. Sure, he's not a perfect villain in terms of writing and all that, but in all honesty, he's an okay villain. He looks kind of cool, and he's a little bit more active than the Fallen will ever be. As much as I don't care about the characters in this movie, the acting is a completely bigger problem. Now, I've already mentioned that Mark Wahlberg is okay, but I do think he was misdirected. They got Stanley Tucci in the movie, and I guess he's okay. Again, like Mark Wahlberg, he is misdirected. Now, this film also got Kelsey Grammer in it. Yeah, Transformers Age of Extinction has Kelsey Grammer. And he is hamming up a lot in this movie. And Kelsey Grammer's not that bad of an actor. First John Malkovich, now Kelsey Grammer? Shame on you, Michael Bay. Oh, and let's not forget, Nicola Peltz as Tessa Yeager. Why do I have a problem with her? Because she was the actress that played Katara in M. Night Shyamalan's abomination known as The Last Airbender. And why do I have an issue with Nicola Peltz, even though I just said that? Because Nicola Peltz doesn't even act in this movie. She's just eye candy. That's all she was in the movie for. There really was no point to the character and the actress in the damn movie. All she was is to be eye candy. Then there's TJ Miller. I heard the guy's funny, but severely misdirected because the character he plays is so obnoxious. I don't know how Age of Extinction had a few good actors and the whole entire performance was lackluster from the entire cast. I don't know how that should have happened. Steve Jablonsky once again does another soundtrack for Transformers, and it's average. And still, to this day, since the first installment, I still have not heard the iconic Transformers theme song. I also want to mention that there are some new Autobots that get introduced, and they're okay, I suppose. If there's one thing that is disappointing in this film, it's the action. Almost every action scene, maybe all of them, have slow motion. I don't mind slow motion in action scenes, but I kind of prefer slow motion in action scenes being used sparingly. I mean, it's unnecessary to have every action scene containing at least one use of slow motion in every action scene. It's what you would call repetitive. But of course, Michael Bay probably doesn't give a shit. And you want to know what else is disappointing? Despite that the Transformers film series has made millions, making the sequels possible, the special effects are some of the ugliest I have seen in this film series. Because when the Transformers transform, you get this little slow bit of like, all over their body. And sorry for the terrible special effects. But in Age of Extinction, and pardon my, natural sound effects, the effects in Age of Extinction, especially with the new transformation, animations, because of a certain, material, the effect goes like it's all bunch of garbled cubes, little miniature cubes, like that. It looks awful. And there's also that Rainbow Dash cameo. Now, when I saw this in the theater, I was actually surprised because, well, I actually do like My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. However, when I watched that scene again, if you look at his fingers closely, he's not even holding it. It's like floating just a tiny bit above his hands. Not only does the transformations look really bad, they couldn't even have a CG Rainbow Dash doll thingy which transforms into a gun. They couldn't make it look like the guy's holding it. It makes me think that whoever was in charge of the special effects didn't give a damn. Because they knew that this film was going to sell millions, like every other film in the Transformers movie series. And it did! Transformers Age of Extinction made $1 billion in the box office. That's a lot of money. And as for the budget, about $200 to $300 million was used to make this film. Now you're probably wondering why I bring those statistics up. It is because I keep wondering why millions of dollars was wasted to make a film that really doesn't have a whole lot of effort put into it. I mean, I suppose some of the effects aren't that bad, but given how the transformium effects are shown, I really don't have much to say. Oh, and I don't want to hear this shit that, oh, it made a lot of money, so it must be good. Just because Transformers Age of Extinction made $1 billion in the box office does not mean jack shit when it comes to the film's quality. What the box office sales equal to is the film's popularity, not the film's quality. I consider Transformers Age of Extinction to be dull, completely dull. It has dull action, dull humor, especially with something like, "My face is my warrant." Not funny at all. And a movie that is so damn slow that I could not enjoy the film. And considering that the Dinobots show up in 2 hours and 10 minutes in the film, only to get 10 minutes of screen time, that just added to the disappointment. Now, I will say that the worst Transformers live-action film still goes to Revenge of the Fallen. But Age of Extinction is the second worst that I've ever seen. Because it sold so much damn money, there's going to be a Transformers 5. And I would not be surprised if it's the same shit we keep getting since 2007. I'm not even going to put my expectations high. I'm just going to expect that it's not going to be any better than what we've been getting in the past 4 films. And I look forward to the day when I get a chance to talk about Transformers 5 whatever it's going to be titled. I give Transformers Age of Extinction my rating of 2.2 out of 10. If you like this review, feel free to hit the like button. And if you want to keep track of my upcoming reviews as soon as possible after they are released, feel free to subscribe. And as always, you are welcome to comment if you feel so inclined. And thanks for watching.